Hello, and welcome to the Slayin' It with Shawna podcast.
Keep slaying it.
If you're looking for someone who's raw, unfiltered, and authentic, you've come to the right place. And now, let's get started with your host, Shawna Martinez.
Keep slaying it.
Hey everyone, Shawna Martinez here with my sidekick.
Hi, Jordan.
And welcome back to Slayin' It with Shawna. So today's going to be it is my favorite things show because it's a bunch of my favorite things. I get asked all the time about all of the products I use. If you follow me, thank you. But I'm a product junkie. And then don't even get me started on my TikTok addiction because I've been buying a lot of things because I see it on TikTok.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
But they're like amazing things. They don't all cost very much. I mean, it's like little things here and there, like life-changing little items. So we're going to do, I think so. I think TikTok is life-changing. And even though they're trying to shut it down because they say people are trying to spy on us. I mean, I'm sure that's with Facebook and Instagram and everything else. Like,
spy on
don't
us.
take away my entertainment. Although my pocketbook would probably thank you. So today we're going to have two different parts. So part one is going to be all of my skincare, hair care, makeup favorites.
Yes, girly things.
Yes, I get asked all the time. So I do a lot of Facebook Lives and you'll see me anywhere from having no makeup, my hair's barely combed, the hat on like yesterday. And then you'll see me like this where I have full face makeup on, I have my lashes on, my hair done, I'm dressed and ready to go. And so when I look like that, I have tons of people who ask me, where do you get your lashes? Mm-hmm. What about your lip gloss? That's probably my number one question asked is what my lip gloss color and where I get it.
Yes, it's so good.
So much though, like I've wore it for like the last 2 or 3 years because it's like my shade. They might as well just name it SK's lip gloss.
Shade.
Yeah, pink shade. And so I actually keep it as a favorite on my phone.
Yes.
Because people will ask me and I'll just, that way I didn't have to stop all the time and like take a picture. So now it's like I have it on my phone, it's saved as a favorite. I can just shoot it over when people ask me because I literally get asked that much.
So life hack.
Yes.
If you have a lot of people asking about your
just
stuff.
to take a picture.
Yeah.
And then, so we will have all the links to everything that are my favorites for this one and for the part two. So without further ado, I have like a whole turntable worth of stuff over here. So we've got to get going.
Yes.
So let's get started. So let's start with what I do first.
Okay.
So I was using, I follow a lot of people on social media. Mm-hmm. A lot of people who do like the makeup tutorials and things like that. And it was like whatever they were doing, I was going out and buying, and it's like very expensive. But you know, I feel like they give you real reviews.
Yes.
And so I'm one of those people like I want to know if it really works. I don't want to go buy something, spend a bunch of money, and then figure it out for myself.
Right. Unless it's like an ad, I tend to not really believe it.
Yeah. I don't really buy into ads either.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was buying Drunk Elephant. We actually talked about this on a podcast. And I loved it. Like I thought it was amazing, but it's really pricey. I mean, you're looking at $40 or $50 just for the moisturizer, and it's not even that big of a container. And it's like, it would be gone really fast. And it's great product, don't get me wrong, but I'm all for like the cheaper dupes.
The drugstore
or
dupes,
things that work just as good.
Mm-hmm.
So these two are my favorite new thing, and you can actually buy them at the drugstore. So actually it came in, so she kept telling me about this. You have to say it because I always say it wrong.
Micellar water.
Okay.
That's how I pronounce it.
Okay.
Sorry if
we're
I'm
going
wrong,
with it. We're going with it. If we're saying it wrong, don't come at us.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
We talk in TikTok a lot. So she actually got me started on this, and I was like, oh, I want to try this. And so I did. And so what I found is, so I'm holding up this L'Oreal Micellar cleaning water, and they have different versions of it, lots of different brands, but this is the one that I got. It's really cheap. I mean, I'm talking like maybe $5.
Yeah.
I've had this one for maybe a month or two now, and so I use it a lot. I use it twice a day, and there's still quite a bit left in here. It just makes your skin feel so good.
Yes.
So
and how big is the bottle? Let's see.
The bottle is 13.5 milliliters. It's so I have one. It's for normal to oily skin. I have actually kind of dry skin, but this one works great for me.
Yes.
And it just makes it feel so good. Like, have you ever had like where you're like, have you ever been outside like Six Flags or something and you go through a mister and like it just feels so good on your skin?
Yes.
That's how this feels in a bottle.
I don't know what it is, but I love it.
It's like the best kept secret out there.
Yes.
And so for me, I use a makeup wipe, which I know is not supposed to be good for you because it dries out your skin, but I wear a makeup wipe because I wear the magnetic lashes.
Right.
And to get the magnetic liner off, you have to use something that has that gets off oil, or it has oil in it, because that's what takes off the lashes or the actual liner.
Yes.
And so I use that first. So I do wipe my face with I just use Neutrogena. It's not one of my favorite things, but it's, I use it.
Yeah, it works.
I'll use any kind of makeup wipe. I don't care. And so it's just to do its job. And so I use that to actually get the initial makeup off, but there's always so much left on your face. It doesn't matter like how good they do the commercials, like one wipe, like I wiped 6 times. And,
yeah, I use 6 wipes.
Yeah.
It's still not gone.
So I just get like a cotton pad and I soak this in it. Like I basically am like,
yes, I do the same thing.
I spray so much on it until it's soaked. And then I literally just put it on my face and I just go and I get my neck. I get everything. Because I also put makeup on my neck. And it never fails. I could get out of the shower after I washed my face in the shower, come out, use this, and there's always dirt that comes off on the pad.
Yes, I'm telling you, it's a life changer for your skin.
It feels so amazing. If you're not using it, you need to go get it. Again, this is L'Oreal, but there's lots of different brands out there. I'm sure they all work just as good, but even my kids. So with my girls, I have teenagers and they're starting to go through the phases of the acne and the skin problems. And so it's like we were trying all these different methods, and I had always grown up using Proactive.
Yeah.
But it really dries out my skin as an adult, and so I can't use it. As I get older, my skin's a lot more sensitive, and this right here works amazing, and my skin's never looked better.
Yes, and I will say I have eyelash extensions, and it doesn't...
Oh, you do, they're pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mess with them, so you can definitely use them.
So you can actually use this as your face cleaner. Like it says it says it removes makeup, cleans dirt and oils, and it says it's for eyes, face, and lips.
Yes.
It says it's suitable for sensitive skin. It's free of oil, soap, alcohol, and it's dermatologist tested for safety. I'm telling you, it is like the best thing since sliced bread. But the combination that makes it even more amazing is, so I actually, I order a lot of stuff, especially right now because of COVID, everybody's ordering things online. And so I ordered a bunch of products online from, I think, Ulta.
Yes.
And I got a sample of this that I'm about to tell you about. And and in that box with the sample was the Drunk Elephant products that I bought that were super expensive.
Yes.
I can tell you my Drunk Elephant's been staying underneath my cabinet. I have not been using it since I got this product.
No.
It's
oh my gosh.
Leaps and bounds way better than that. It's my favorite. Like, so if I run out and I may use the Drunk Elephant as like a backup, I never would think I would say that, using a $50 moisturizer as a backup.
Who are you?
I know, but this is amazing. So I've had a lot of people comment how good my skin looks here recently, and I'm telling you, this is the combination that is the jam. So it's L'Oreal Hydra Genius, and this great little glass bottle. So I got it into like a little sample when I tried it, and I was like, oh my God. So if you so what I do is I wipe my face all over with the L'Oreal micellar cleaning water, and then I let it dry, and then I put this on my face. I do about 3 squirts, so and it lasts a while because I've had it over a month now, and I use it twice a day. Like, I look forward to cleaning my face every day.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good size bottle.
So. It's a really good size bottle. So this one is a little over 3 fluid ounces, so it's really tall. And it says every morning and night after cleansing, gently smooth over face. So what I do is I will put like 3 pumps of this, and 3 pumps is quite a bit. And I put it all over my face, and then I don't rub it in. I just pat it like this. And I even put it on my lips because I figure if it's this good for my skin, it's probably really good for my lips too. And I can tell you my lips haven't been chapped. My face feels amazing. And to me, I can see a huge difference just in the look.
Wow.
So, and again, super inexpensive, and it's less than probably, I think I've seen it up to like maybe $8 a bottle. But okay, so I was looking for another one, and again with the Drunk Elephant, you're paying like $40 something plus, depending on which one you pick. And for this one, it's under $10. Like,
yeah, that's
all
a
day.
steal.
I can do that all day, and it makes my skin feel amazing. And I look forward to washing my face. I was the person who would go to bed without washing my makeup off.
No.
And then people were like, "What's your secret?" I'm like, I never wash my face. My face is so clogged up, you have no idea. There's no telling how many layers of makeup was probably on my face. But now I look forward to washing my face every day. It doesn't matter how tired I am. I feel so much better when I wash it with these products. And they're amazing. And I just can't say enough about them, obviously.
Yes. And I have the rose water, micellar water.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know
what brand is yours?
I think it's...
Maybe Maybelline or something.
I think it's Maybelline. I think that looks right.
I need to try that one too. We should do a test of like trying different ones.
Yes, let's do it. Next podcast coming
Got
up.
my Mamacita cup. This is Mamacita day. Okay, so the next thing after I do when I wash my face, when I'm getting up in the morning, is I want to put my makeup on. And again, I'm talking right now, samples work, people, okay? Because I'm one of those people, and I will buy this stuff if it's really good. So they sent me the sample. A couple of things I'm going to show you today actually came in that box with samples, and now I'm obsessed with them. And like I said, it came from Sephora and Ulta.
How did you get the samples?
I just ordered products online, and they sent me some samples in the box.
Oh, okay.
So I had like a little bag, and in the bag had like samples of like lip glosses and foundations and primers and things like that. It had like like a little like one or two time.
Is it like you used your points towards it, or you just spent money and then?
I spent a lot of money. They should have sent me full size products for samples, but they just, I don't know if it's something they always do when you order online. They're just putting a little extra in there for what's going on right now and just, trying to get people addicted to these amazing products so they buy them.
Well, there you go.
Like me. But in that box, this was better than any FabFitFun box I ever got, by the way, because it literally was the best return on their investment to give me those samples because I have, out of that box, three things I can think of off the top of my head I bought.
Wow.
And are now my favorites.
There you go.
So it does work. Not all samples do I like. There's a bunch of samples in there that I haven't even tried because I'm not interested in them, but there was a couple that I was like, okay. This one is not a dupe, and I actually tried to find a dupe at the store because so you can only get this at Sephora, or maybe you can maybe get it at Macy's or something, but I went to Sephora. I went to Ulta to get it first because I didn't know which box it was in for the samples. And Ulta said, no, we don't do that. That's actually a Sephora product. So I said, okay, so Sephora next door. I walked next door and they said, oh, we don't carry it in the store. And I'm like,
what?
I need it now. And it took us a couple weeks to get our stuff in. So I really hate to like have to order it and then wait. But I looked at the price on this one and I thought, ooh. So this is primer. Pricey. It's pricey, but I am telling you, it makes your skin look like butter. So this is still my sample. So I've been using this for like a month and I just use it sparingly.
Wow.
And if I ever have to buy the bottle, which I'm going to, I'm also going to be using it sparingly because it's pricey. So it has like little gold flecks in it. And I thought, oh, this is kind of cool. What is this? And I love anything gold.
Oh yeah.
I'm like all about that sparkle. And so it comes with like, what's cool is it comes on like this little wand. So again, this is the sample size and the big one is a lot bigger, of course, but it has like a little flat,
like a spatula,
like applicator. Okay. Yeah. And so it's kind of cool. And so it comes out, it's really thick. So try it. So here, let's put it on the back of your hand. Rub it into your hand. It feels so good. And so,
wow.
Yeah.
It feels so soft.
It's so buttery.
Like
it's like,
skin.
Yes.
Wow.
So this is the YSL Blur Primer. It's a base primer that you put on before you put on your makeup, just to make your makeup go on more smooth and all over. It just is, corrects it, I guess. And so I love this product, but as you can see, it's like getting down to like, I'm going to be like sucking it out of there with a Q-tip. I'm trying to get all of this goodness out of here. And I'm going to use every bit because the real size bottle is $42.
How big is it?
So it's a pretty big bottle. I think it's like around the size of the L'Oreal Hydra Genius. I think it's around the same size of that. And if that's the case, then, and a little bit goes a long way on this stuff.
Yeah.
So it would probably last me. I've already saved so much money on these other products I love over my expensive ones that it's okay if I want to spend $42 on my primer. So I will pay for good products, but if I can ever find like a cheaper dupe that's pretty good, like I'm going to go for that, of course, just because like it's hard to slide my card across the counter for a $50 moisturizer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just didn't grow up that way. But it's like, you want to be pretty, it's like, you gotta pay to play. And so I actually went to Target and I was looking at the makeup aisle, and NYX or whatever has I shouldn't have thrown it away. That's how much I didn't like it, by the way. I threw it away. But it was like a thicker bottle, like shorter and stumpier. Wider, but it had the same kind of applicator, but it had a lot of gold in it. And whenever I took it out, it was like a sticky texture, and I was like, no, not a dupe.
I don't like this.
It couldn't be sticky. Like that's not a dupe for that. But when you Google a dupe for this, because that's a trick, by the way. Like if you ever find something you really like, you can actually Google what is the dupe for it. And somebody has already been down this road, and they actually have published it and said, but they said that was a dupe for this, and it's not.
Yeah.
Completely inaccurate. It's not a dupe.
This is not sticky at all. It's really
so
smooth.
Good. It feels so good.
Yeah.
So that is my next favorite. And then I start getting into the makeup. So another, so then I put on my foundation. And so another thing that come in this box with the samples was this Fenty Beauty.
Okay.
And it came with like all these different colors, you could choose from. But you have to be careful. Make sure you get color matched on this one. Because there were like, I'm kind of medium to fair skin. It just depends. Like, but I don't want to be ghost white. Like this is a really good color on me.
Yeah, it looks really good.
And it came from the sample. But it came in like a little thing, like a little card, and then there's like little things you pull up, and each one of them was a different color.
Oh, okay.
So I tried the lightest one; it was too light. Then I tried the next lightest one, and that's the color I have on right now, and it was a perfect match. It's I like a matte makeup.
Yes, me too.
I don't like oily stuff. We're in like humid hell here in Texas, and it's like, and I'm out showing properties, like I do not want my stuff getting all dewy, and I don't want to walk out of the house already like having oily skin and then going out in this 100-degree plus heat.
Yeah, it's awful.
Like I would, what's the point of putting makeup on? It would literally just melt off my face. And then don't get me started on the masks. So, then that doesn't help either. I come home and only my eyes are still done. It's like everything else
rubbed off.
Yeah. And so, so then I went, so that was a sample, and it's like a 1-day sample. Like there was only enough for like 1 day. It was like those kind that like, it just barely is like a bump out in the plastic. So, it was a one-time use. And, so I went to the next color. I thought, well, it couldn't be that off. I literally looked like an Oompa Loompa.
No.
Like the color difference, the very next color. It was like I had Jesus come in there to check it out because I was cracking up so bad because I thought, well, maybe it'll blend out, we'll just go with it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I had to start all over that day because Jesus came in and was like, what is going on with your face? It was like almost green.
Oh no.
It was like really orange with a green undertone, and it was like, nope, I found my color. And so Fenty Beauty is actually Rihanna.
Yes.
It's Rihanna makeup. And so I'm not one for like these celebrities that go and make makeup, but then like this one I love.
Yeah.
It comes in like a really big bottle. I want to say I paid like between $30 and $40 for this, which is perfect. So this is the Pro Filter Soft Matte.
Okay.
Long wear foundation, and I wear color 182, I believe. It's not on here, but 185 it is down here at the bottom. So their colors are numbers.
Okay.
So I'm 185. This is a really big, and it has like, the pump applicator, which I like.
Me too.
Excuse the makeup on there, but and then I just put it on a sponge that's wet, and then I apply it on my face, and a little bit goes a long ways with this. So I'll put like one pump on this side, one pump on this side, and then I'll do another pump and do.
Yes.
And then I blend it, and it's more than enough, and it goes down on my neck. It's like more than enough makeup.
And that's another thing. If you don't know to apply your foundation with a wet sponge, you definitely should try it out.
But now they have that brush that everybody's talking about.
What brush?
It's like super short. I want to try it. It's super short. It's like almost got like a wooden little handle, and it's got super short hairs, and everybody's talking about it. How because they did like a side-by-side comparison of somebody putting on the same makeup, one with the sponge applicator and one with this brush. And the brush applied your makeup so much more evenly. And what they saw was that the sponge actually soaks up more of your makeup, and so you have to use more product.
Yes, I've also heard of the velvet sponges. Have you heard of those?
No.
So they're velvet because they soak up less of the product. So I want to try one of those.
But I went from being like applying with my hands, which your hands are not a problem because they don't soak up anything.
Right.
But then you have a mess. But then everybody went to the sponge applicator. So then I was late to the bus on that, like I am with everything. I take the long route to get everywhere. But I eventually make it there. Just in time for the next one. Story of my life. And so, I think I'm going to order one of those brushes and just try it out. And then I'll probably, of course, let you guys know what my thoughts are on it. But everybody's super pumped about that one. But that brings me to my next one. So I actually have like a turntable of all these things that I like over here. But one of them is a brush. So an It Cosmetics brush. So if you're not a sponge applicator and you're not if you don't want to do it with your hands, this right here is by far my favorite brush. So it's got like a big head on one side and a small one on the other. It is the number 7 conceal brush. It's called the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection, and it's from It Cosmetics. I'm going to warn you, it is not cheap. Like, I remember when I first started getting into makeup and I realized that you can't skimp on the brushes.
Oh, no, you cannot.
So I have a Sephora set that came with like a whole bunch of different ones. That's still my everyday use, but I use this every day. And I have this cleaner that I use. It's super good. And it's like a gel and you put it on like this little pink applicator thing and you brush it around. You do need to make sure you wash these.
Yes.
And then just set them up to dry, and then they work perfect and it'll last you forever. And you're going to want it to, because it is not cheap. I want to say this brush was like $40.
Wow.
But
well, if it lasts, then...
Yeah, so I've had it for like 2 years.
Yeah, there you go.
I almost thought one day, I almost threw it away. Actually, I think I did, because I thought I messed up and I didn't wash it right. And I thought, oh man, I messed up and now I have to pay for another $40 brush. But then I went and tried a different makeup cleaner, and no problem at all. I use it and I've kept it and I've never had to buy a new one.
Yes.
And it's still in perfect condition.
So how often do you clean your brushes? I'm really bad about
The politically correct answer would be you're supposed to clean them every week or every 2 weeks. I clean mine about every 2 months.
I feel like no
Maybe
one
even
cleans
more.
them every week.
Maybe even more.
Yeah.
And so, and it's super simple. It doesn't take me that long. It's just like one more step I have to do. It takes me less than 5 minutes to clean all my brushes.
Yeah.
And I know those same brushes. I use the same brushes every day. So even though I have like this little turntable thing that I put all my brushes and everything in, I use like the same 5 every day.
Yeah.
But this one is by far my favorite. So I actually use it to blend my bronzer.
Okay.
So I have this bronzer kit that comes, it has like 6 different colors, and one of them is like a gel, like almost like a liquid. And I dump my bronzer brush in there, and I literally just like stick, and then put it up here, and I use this to blend it.
Oh.
So I use this side here, the big side, to blend all over my face and in the corners of my hair. And if you guys have seen my tutorials with makeup, I use this brush in those tutorials. And then I use this one for my nose. So I just dip it in there a little bit, and I just go down the base of my nose and across. Yeah. So I use it for my contouring, and favorite brush. It's great, but it's a little pricey. And then, so one of the things I really like that I got in a sample bag one time, actually I think I got it for my birthday at Ulta.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's the Tarte. So I love different kinds of colors of makeup, but I'm also like a creature of habit. But I am trying to start venturing out, hence all these new things. But Tarte, and this one is Pate.
Pate.
Yeah. And then, so I have 2 of these. I don't know how I got 2, but I use it quite often. This is my everyday. I also like NARS. NARS is a good one. I had NARS do my makeup for my wedding, and I loved it. And it was by mistake. It was because MAC was booked.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'll just use NARS or whatever. And then I loved it. But all of their names are like very inappropriate.
Oh, really? I guess I haven't noticed.
Yeah, so like all of their makeup products, the names on them are like, I even hate saying like, better than sex mascara, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like I even hate saying that. Like, can we just name it something? I have teenage daughters, and I'm like, no offense to the people out there, but I'm not buying my daughter better than sex mascara.
Yeah, no.
I know it's just a name, but I'm just not going to do it. So
I wonder why they did that.
So I love this one. I have 2 of these. I use it every day. A little bit goes a long way on that one. It's very pigmented. And then the other thing I use is, so everybody always asks me about my eyebrows. And so I've tried to do the pencil thing, and I get mine touched up every once in a while, but for the most part, I just clean them up with my tweezer, or my next favorite product, which is, it's this Philips. This one's Philips, but it's a trimmer. So this one is like, it's not very big. You could carry it in your pocket if you wanted to. It's just battery operated, so you just have to change out the batteries. And then it comes with extra blades, so you just have to change those out every once in a while. But I use this for like, I have really sensitive skin. I don't know where I got that from. As an adult, I didn't used to. But so I use it to like, I don't get my lip wax, but I need a little touch up there sometimes, especially because I take testosterone now. So for my hormones. And so now it's like hair grows in places you never thought. And I look at my face, I'm like, where did this hair come from? And it's like the super long, dark black hair. And it's like, let's nip that in the bud right now.
Everyone has those.
So I will pluck those. Those don't bother me, but like the ones that are here, like around, and I get them up here to my nose. Like and I have one of those mirrors that's like magnifies. And so it's like,
I hate looking in those.
I'm like magnified by looking at it. I'm like, they're forever.
Yes.
I'm like, where'd that come from? And I'm like,
terrible.
You look at yourself, like you think you look great. It's like a Monet. Like right now I'm like, oh, I look great. And then I'll get in that mirror and I'm like, oh my God, what is that?
I'm
like,
never going out again.
What? I look so horrible. Like I need to stay inside. So, but this right here helps because it helps me keep on top of my eyebrows. So like I always use it here in between. I use them to shape up at the top, and over here I use it to trim the sides to keep those. And then I just pluck here. Underneath my brow. But I use this for, like I said, my lip. And sometimes I get them like here on my chin and stuff. I mean, real talk, women, you're going to get it, especially if you're using hormone therapy with testosterone. You're going to have hair growing in all kinds of places you never thought.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, I have peach fuzz, and I use it for, like, my friends.
Do you shave your peach fuzz?
I do.
Really?
Don't look that close, because I need to do it.
I'm not the magnifying mirror. You don't have to worry about me.
I use mine just like that, and I just kind of do it all over my face. Usually, like, my cheeks and my lip area, my chin.
There's a lot to keep up on.
Yeah, even my neck. I do it on my neck.
She's got a hairy neck.
I do. I just can't.
She's like, I braid it sometimes.
And my makeup goes on a lot smoother once I do it. It's kind of like microblading when you get that done.
They're like this super cheap version.
Yes.
We're not saying we're microbladers.
No.
But so this right here, I think I got it at like Target or Walmart, and it's like $5 or something. I mean, it's well worth the investment. And like if it breaks or something, or if I can't find razors, which I don't know where my razors are, and it lasts forever. Like I think I've had this one like a year. Mm-hmm. But I even bought it for my daughters to like keep up on their trimming, like, you know, in between, because they're in that stage where they want to, you know, pluck their eyebrows and stuff. But it just makes it easier. You can do it in 2 seconds and be done, and then I put my makeup on and it's good to go. But yes. So once they're all trimmed and ready to go, then I'm a pomade girl.
I'm a eyebrow stick person.
Use a stick like a pencil?
Yes, like a pencil.
So yours look really good though.
I use the really ultra thin. I started out with the Anastasia one, and that one's so amazing, but again, it's kind of pricey and it doesn't last that long. So then NYX, they have a dupe and it works amazing.
NYX has some really good products, especially like eyebrows, eyelashes, lipsticks, liners. They're really good for those kinds of things. And maybe even their makeup too. I just haven't tried it. But I did, so I don't know, I'm not picky about my pomade. I just happen to have NYX pomade.
Yeah.
But before it was Allure or something like that, where you get like your lashes. They have like a section over there, and it was like a little jar. And I mean, this isn't very big, but this will last me forever. So I've had this one probably a couple months now. I use it every day, and you can see like, and I use it with an eyebrow. I use it with an eyebrow brush, so it's like really thin. And you'll find like your favorite ones. I have a favorite one. It came with like something I tried once. I hated the product, but kept the eyebrow pencil, and I cleaned that one as well because that one gets kind of dirty. And then I mean it's. You've seen my makeup tutorials, then you've seen me do it. But this one is, this is brown or brunette. This one is brunette, yeah. So you can get blonde, which is a little bit lighter.
I use the, I think it's medium blonde.
Yeah.
Because I tried the pomade too. It doesn't last as long on my skin if I don't use like setting spray.
Interesting, yeah. And I don't use setting spray. But there's this new trend on TikTok that you're supposed to put like your... TikTok time. You're supposed to put like your primer and then your moisturizer, or your moisturizer, then your primer, then you're supposed to put your setting spray and then spray with the finish spray. Okay. With your settings, you're supposed to put your setting powder.
Yes.
And then your setting spray, and then you put your foundation on. And I'm going to try it only for this reason. One, because the girls who do it look amazing, but because it keeps they say it keeps your makeup longer, to last longer. And you know, here with all the humidity we have here in Texas, I think that it might be a good thing because again, melting. So
I actually tried that. But be careful on your nose area.
So you tried it?
Yes, I tried it, and on the face part, like cheeks and forehead and chin, it looks pretty good, I would say.
But your nose?
But the nose, like, I can't get it right because, like, the divots and stuff in your nose.
Does it show everything? Or?
It just shows everything, and then, like, right here at the top of your nose, like the bridge of your nose, it looks all, like, patchy. Yeah. And I don't know how to fix it, so...
Yeah. True.
Not my thing.
So that happens to me too. Like, I think I have pretty good skin. You know, like I don't have a whole lot of big pores and stuff. But like, I will tell you, there's some makeup that I really love. Like, I love the Too Faced Pearl. It's amazing foundation. That's the one I used until I started finding this one. And then I also used like the Estee Lauder, I think, Color Stay or whatever it was, Forever Wear.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Long Wear. But those are both very pricey. They're like $35-$40. Of course, this one's I think around $40. But I'm okay paying for that as long as it works. But what I noticed is it would always get blotchy right here on my nose, and then it would show every single, and that's where you have most of your pores, and then it would show all your pores, and I was like, I can't have that.
Yeah, apparently you're supposed to put primer everywhere except for your nose. I watched a YouTube video on that.
Interesting. I always put it here. I always put it here and here, and like. I don't think I ever put it on my nose though.
Oh, okay.
I know one girl who doesn't put it on her her forehead.
Oh.
She's like, I don't know why. She goes, I just never do. She goes, I've always just put primer on here and down.
Okay.
Right? I don't know.
Well, if it works for her.
So that was my pomade for my eyebrows. And then let's talk about eyes. Okay, so back a couple of years ago when I first started getting into makeup, I know that's hard to believe. I actually didn't even know how to do makeup. And I was like basic, like very basic, like basic AF, you know? I was like Clinique or whatever it was. Like I didn't know how to apply makeup. And then my husband introduced me to YouTube. We thank him for that.
Thanks,
I'll never get those hours back of mindless just scrolling. But I started getting into influencers who did makeup. And so, of course, you know, we've talked about this on podcast before where I went and splurged and bought like all this makeup that I had like a whole list, pictures and everything of everything I wanted. And I went in and I checked out $1,000 later. True story. I know, true story. But one of the things I learned a lot of good things. I learned like how to apply things. And even now I'll go back and I'll watch them because they're always evolving. They're always changing. And I'm like, oh, that's a different way to apply it. Okay, I'll try that. But I don't go and buy all the products anymore because they're sponsored and they get that crap for free.
Yes.
Mama don't get that for free. But if you would like to sponsor me,
I'll take it.
Please send me a message. But one of the things that this one influencer did, and I think a lot of them do, is they have this thing called a Z palette.
I've never heard of it, so I'm
okay.
excited.
So this is super cool. And so when our girls, so we have teenage girls. They're we're about to have two 13-year-olds and a 14-year-old. We're blended, but I adopt them, so we're just happy. And so you know when you go to the store and it's like you see the palettes, so they always sell them in like, you know, palettes. You can even get like the naked palettes or like even the expensive ones. You only use like a couple of them out of there.
Yes.
Like you don't use them all. So you can actually, did you know you can actually buy the individual colors? So like I have the naked palette. I actually don't use it. I gave it to one of my daughters, but I only used one color in there. It was like the naked cowboy or something like that. And it was like it was like almost like a shimmery color. It was my favorite. You can actually buy it not only in a liquid form that comes on a wand from Urban Decay, which I have. I have it, but it like kind of blotches up a little bit. It used to be my favorite. Now it's not. I've moved on. I've evolved. But you can actually buy them, or if you buy the ones that come in a set and you only like a couple of them because they're super cheap, and so it's like, why not buy the whole set? You can actually take them out very carefully. You can take them out like using tweezers, and they're actually magnetic. And then you can buy this thing called a Z palette, and it's magnetic. So excuse it, it's super dirty. But like I put all of my colors that I like, that I use. I actually only use a couple out of here, but like I have a bronzer and things like that, but it actually sticks to this. And so you can change it out whenever you want. And it's magnetic. So you don't have to buy those. So you don't have 50 of those things sitting in your bathroom.
Right.
You just buy the individual ones and put them in here, and then you just have this.
Okay, so
and they have smaller ones for travel too.
So how do you, is it all on one website?
So I just Googled Z palette, and I think I found this on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So I ordered it. It came in, and I actually went to what's the name? Not Urban Decay, but I got a lot of these. Morphe.
Yes.
Morphe, right? So Morphe sells a lot. Like they're very pigmented. Like so the color's very intense. A little bit goes a long ways. I bought all these colors like 3 years ago.
Are they Morphe or are they?
They're Morphe.
Okay, so I was confused. Z palette is just
the container. It's just the actual thing you're putting them in.
Okay.
The colors inside here you can buy from anywhere, but Morphe's very cheap. It's like a couple bucks per color.
Oh wow.
And they have a whole array of different colors. I kind of stick with like the purples, the mauves, the tans, that kind of stuff, because that's kind of my color wheel, and I feel comfortable and confident with that. I'm not really one of those people that venture out of the colors, but the people who do, they look fantastic, and it's like, you know,
it's amazing.
So I had that's what my Z palette's all made up of. But I bought smaller ones for our daughters. Chloe, when she got into makeup, our oldest, I bought her a Z pack, and I bought her some colors. You know, I'm learning the different skin tones because our daughters are half Hispanic, half white. So it's like they're a little bit darker, they have a little bit of olive skin. So it's like, I'm really trying to get her to go in. She got straight A's last year. She had a goal. Like our kids were very big on goals. Of course she did. We're very big on like setting goals and trying to achieve them. And so her goal before she started school last year was she wanted to make straight A's. And our kids went to charter school, so it's a lot harder curriculum. It's like Latin. A lot of other stuff I don't know, and I couldn't help them with their homework. So when this pandemic hit, like they were screwed. It was like talk to dad, because talk to your teacher. Like I have no idea what you're even talking about. So when she got straight A's, I wanted to do something special for her, and so we let our kids gradually get into makeup. So when they turn 13, they get like eyeshadow and mascara. And then I got them like a lip gloss palette, but it came with a whole bunch because on Christmas they sell them like a big kit.
Oh yeah.
And so I took out all the colors. I was like, I don't even want to fight with them about it, so I just took those colors out and I put it in their stocking with the colors that I was okay with them wearing.
There you go. That's a good way to do it.
And I didn't have to fight with them about it. So that's where they're at right now. And then Chloe gets her eyebrows done because she has a unibrow and it really annoys her. And she's like our fashionista kind of girl, so she's very
her
into makeup
eyebrows
and hair.
are amazing.
Everybody always comments like how her eyebrows are on point, but she does get them done, but then she maintains them now because it was like every time we would go to the salon, she would be like, can I go get my eyebrows done? And I was like, I mean, you're 13. She's 14 now, but I'm like, you need to chill.
Yeah.
Like 13-year-olds don't get their eyebrows done every 2 weeks. Like you need to calm down. And so we my sister-in-law who owns the salon actually got her a really cool set of tweezers and showed her how to tweeze her eyebrows. Thank you, Christy. And so now that's what she does. So she maintains them and they look amazing. Like they look so good. And I think she even helps Caitlin, who's our next youngest, because she's now getting into that. But because she made straight A's, I really wanted her to, and I bought her a bunch of the eyeshadows from Morphe, but because I'm not used to her skin tone, I'm used to buying for my skin tone, they didn't show up as good on hers as they did on mine. So I want her to go and get her full face makeup done, but since COVID, and she got straight A's since COVID hit, we haven't been able to set that appointment, but we're going to have a private makeup session for her. They're going to come to the house, I think, or she goes to the salon and they're going to do her whole face and help her pick out makeup, and then she can start wearing a full face.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. So she can wear a full face while she's doing online school, because that's what it's looking like for next year. But that's a whole other story. But so the Z palette is great. So they actually have smaller versions, and it doesn't cost very much. I want to say the Z palette was like less than $15. And again, we're going to have links for everything. So I got to go back and find all the links to attach. And like all the colors were just a couple bucks here and a couple bucks there. And you don't have to buy a whole bunch. But for me, it's like I don't want to buy a whole palette that I know I'm only going to use 2 colors.
Right. That is my issue. I have a Morphe palette, and I swear I use the same like 4 colors every day, and then all the other ones just kind of sit there. So.
Yeah. So it's a really great thing to have. I didn't even know they existed, but you can very carefully, you can actually, anything that's in a palette, they're in a metal they're in a metal individual case. It's magnetic. And that's what sticks to the Z palette, and so you can change them out whenever you want, and then you don't have to buy those big palettes that you don't like, because you can also buy them the individual ones.
That's a cool idea.
So it's great. And then so the next thing, one of the things I love, this is in my $1,000 package haul that I got that day, because I was looking for something, and this guy who worked at the salon at Ulta, he had his makeup done, and I never thought I'd buy makeup from a guy, but times are changing, and he was on point. He knew what was up. He goes, oh my God, you got to have this. And he started putting this on. And so this one right here is a highlighter palette. And I use every color in here. So this one is the Smashbox. It's my favorite. I've bought it 2 times in 2 years, and I use it every day. So that's how long it lasts.
Oh, wow.
It lasts a very long time. But it's a Smashbox Spotlight palette in Pearl. So it's got Turn It On Pearl. So if I open this up, so this is just a highlighter packet, and you can use as little. You can use 1 color. You can use all the colors. Doesn't matter.
Ooh, those are pretty.
It comes with a mirror, which I still have the plastic on. I can take it out. But so this is the highlighter. So I think this one is the Blow a Fuse Pearl, and then Crank It Up Pearl, and then Turn It On Pearl. So what he said was, if you're using it for every day, just use this, which is like kind of like just a highlighter.
Okay, it's like a golden yellow.
Yeah, so they said use this one, and then if you're going to do something else, you want to make it pop and go, wow, then you do this one. And then if you really want to like turn it up, then you use all 3. I just get to the point where I just use all 3 because I like the combination.
Yes.
So I use all 3 on my cheeks. So I will allow, and I have a highlighter brush, and so I use it here. I put it on both cheeks, and then I'll go to the next one, put it on both cheeks, and then go to the next one, put it on cheeks. And I also use the highlighter, the first highlighter color. I use it down the bridge of my nose, and then I take my pinky like this, and I put a little bit on my pinky, and then I put it here on my, what do they call this?
Cupid's bow?
Yeah, I put it there, and then I put it on those 2 lines. And so it highlights the whole middle of my face. And then I also use it here on my chin, and then I'll use it up on the corners. Wherever I put bronzer, that's where I put it up in the corners. So it highlights it. But I don't use all the colors. But this is by far one of my favorites, and it's, I couldn't remember what it was called, and trying to explain this to somebody, they were like, are you talking about L'Oreal? And I'm like, no, I'm talking about, I don't even remember. It came in a pack of 3, and anyways, it's my favorite, and I use it every day. So that's the Smashbox Spotlight Palette in Pearl. And then the next thing that I use is my lip gloss. So we were talking about my lip gloss earlier.
The famous lip gloss.
The famous lip gloss. So I came across this on by accident. It's a cream lip stain from Sephora. So it's Sephora brand. So it's actually very inexpensive. It's like less than $15. And it lasts me forever. I always buy 2 at a time when I go, so I don't have to worry about it. So I have 2 in my purse right now, but one has gum on it, thanks to Silas. But every time I pick it up, I'm like, I think of him. Like, we have to stop letting him chew gum. And so this one is called Pink Souffle.
Yes. Okay.
It's my favorite. I have it on right now. It's like, I feel like this color was made for me, but it stays on for a long time. So like have you tried the Lip Sense?
No, I haven't.
So I like the idea behind Lip Sense. Lip Sense is, it's like all day wear lip gloss. And what you do is you put on this stuff and it makes your lips burn, but it's because it's like basically adhering to your lips, and then you put a gloss on top of it. So it's a color and it's a stain. And then you put the gloss on and it sticks, and like you can drink stuff and it doesn't come off, and it's like it stays on all day.
Interesting.
But it will dry. Like my experience was it would dry my lips out really bad.
Oh yeah.
And it was really hard to find the right color. And so I wanted something. I like the fact that it stayed every day. I don't wear lipsticks because I don't want to keep reapplying. I literally put this on and then like I'll apply it one more time during the day, and it's on. And it takes a makeup wipe for me to get it completely off.
It always looks good.
So, and I don't wear this every day. I also have a clear one that I use. Not this one, but something else for like my everyday stuff. But like if I'm getting dressed, like today I have a design appointment for a client later. So I, of course I'm going to look a little bit better. I always have this on, and I always get compliments. Like it's on when I have my videos on and stuff like that. And I have people reach out to me. It's the number one question I get asked. So this one is the cream lip stain from Sephora, and it's in color Pink Souffle.
And how would you describe that pink? Kind of like a magenta, maybe?
Yeah, it's kind of like a mid to dark pink. I don't know. It's a very pretty color. And it looks a little bit different on than it does in the bottle.
Yes.
Like it's a little bit lighter. So it looks dark in the bottle, like almost like a purple, but I'm not a purple person, but it's got a pink tint to it. And then you put it on and it's just a very pretty color.
Yes.
So I use that one. And then one of the things that everybody always asks me is about my eyelashes.
Yes.
So what I found out was, and I was trying to jump on the train of like getting my false lashes put on like you.
Yes.
Extensions. But I don't have the patience to sit there for like 3 hours, and it literally would take 3 hours. The whole time I'm sitting there going, my phone's going off the whole time, but I can't answer it because you have to keep your eyes closed. The first time I had them done, I had to stop to use the bathroom 4 times.
Oh my goodness.
And then they have to take off the thing, and they have to set it back up, and then my eyes burn. And what I found was that I had an allergic reaction, like really bad.
Oh,
like it was bad. And then I thought, well, maybe it was just a fluke accident. So then I tried it again at another time. Nope, I had an allergic reaction. So something with the adhesive. So, which was kind of fine for me. It was like God's intervention.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I don't have time to go and sit for 3 hours or the patience. Like even get my hair done. I do that every couple of months. And I'm like, the whole time I'm like, even though it's a great experience.
You just get antsy?
Yes.
I'm the opposite. When I get my lashes done, I take a nap.
Your phone must not go off the entire time.
It does. I just put it on Do Not Disturb, and I'm like, this is me time.
See, I don't do that.
I'm going to take a nap.
I don't do that, but I should. And when I get done, it's like a million messages I got to return, but I'm thankful for the business. But, but it gives me anxiety. So then I went on so once I realized that I was allergic to the adhesive, I started using fake lashes that you glue on. And I got pretty good at putting those on, and I was like, ooh, and I can take them off every night, so I don't have to worry about, when I work out, if I'm going to take off a couple with my sweat, or, oh my God, did I get them too wet in the shower? It's like, no, I just take them off every day. I reapply them. It's perfect. They are super cheap. You can get a pack of 4 for like $12. You start finding the ones you really like. And so I would just buy a couple packs of them, a couple things of glue, and I'm good to go for a while. But then my friend started posting about these magnetic lashes.
It always happens that way.
Always happens. And so I thought, that's kind of neat, but I've never been good at putting eyeliner on.
Yeah. Oh, really?
No. Are you an eyeliner person?
No.
Because you don't have any on. So I, I'm like one of those people, like I do it and it's like, I blink or something and it happens.
Yeah.
And even now it still does, but I've gotten better. What I figured out is, little tip for you, when you are lighter about closing your eye, if you don't do it like super hard,
okay,
and there's not that tension there, I don't mess up as much. So if I just lightly close it, like this, just lightly shut it and have it light, then my eye doesn't have the tendency to want to jump.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like you're trying to hold your eye down and your eye's like not going to happen and your eye will spaz. Yeah. But if you don't do it very hard, then it's like your eye's kind of like, okay, cool. Like, and so I don't have any problems when I do it like that. But if I'm like really trying hard, I'm automatically going to mess up.
Yeah.
And so you do have to use a magnetic liner. And so these are my favorite ones. They're Tori Bella. Or Tori Bella, I don't even know how you say them. I have two different ones. So I have one that's Date Night, and then I have Wonder Lash. To be honest, this one's in the box that says Date Night. I actually don't even know if it's Date Night lashes or if it's Wonder Lash.
Switch them out.
Because I put them on my counter, and then I'm like, I don't know which one's which. I just put them on. I'm just bad about that. But so you do have to use magnetic liner. So it comes with a magnetic liner like this, and you can just buy this so your lashes last forever. But and they come with anchors. So here they come in like a cute little box. And then they come with your lashes. And then they come with these little anchors. I don't put these on. I have a hard time figuring out. I can't see them when they're on. So I'm like, are they even on there?
What are they, like little magnetic?
Yeah, so what happens, that way they don't fall. Because people are always afraid they're going to fall off or whatever. But they're really not. So I've never had any problem with them falling off. But I will tell you that if you cry, you will cry the liner off. Because it's happened to me before in my car on the way to an appointment. That I had appointments all day. And my liner completely came off.
Oh no.
And my eyelash was like hanging down and I was like, I can't. And luckily, because I'm a survivor and I've had it happen to me before with my with my glue-ons, I always kept glue in my purse. And so I just glued them on and it worked for the day. It was perfect. And then when I got home, I just took the glue off and I still use the same lashes and I use it with magnetic liner.
Yeah, there you go.
It's super easy. So like what I was told was you need to always make sure you shake it. So like shake it. So it's got, on one side it has the liner like this.
Okay, so
it's kind of thick.
A liquid liner.
Yeah. And then on the other side, I've never used it, but it's like mascara.
Oh,
But I don't know if it's magnetic mascara. Like I really haven't done my research. Sorry about that. But anyways, this one's called Magnitude, magnetic mascara. But they say you need to shake it. And then whenever you take the applicator out, and I like it because it's a little bit thicker applicator. And then I always just kind of move it around because they said sometimes the magnetic pieces will settle on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're saying, if you have a hard time getting it to adhere on there, that maybe shake it up, do that. And I did that and I started doing that because I was having that problem on the ends of them not wanting to stick. And I was like, I don't know why it's not wanting to stick. And then I started doing that when somebody told me and I haven't had any more problems.
Right. And they look really good.
Thank you. I get lots of compliments. Even my sister-in-law finally ordered some the other day because she was like, I had nothing on but my eyelashes. And she was like, it looks so good. And that's the thing is like, you can always like turn it up to a 10 even if you have no makeup on just by putting your lashes on.
Right, exactly.
Now I don't go without them because I feel naked. But I don't have to sit for 3 hours. I can take them off every night. Like it's super simple. And so here's the thing. So you have to, so when you apply it, you need to apply it twice. So I start in the middle and I kind of go here and then I go back over it again. And then I go to the corner and then I come up and I meet that line that I already started. I try to do a really thin line before I would do like a really thick one and it would be like super thick. And I was like, drag queen looking. But this one, it's like I just do a thinner line. I don't want it to be as noticeable, but you can tell I have eyeliner on, but I'm getting pretty good at putting eyeliner on.
You have. And liquid eyeliner, I'll tell you, it scares me. I've never been good at it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it would be bad with pencil because I don't have a straight hand. And even if you mess up a little bit and like you get a little off, like by the time you put your lashes on, you can't tell.
Yeah, I actually do use like a brown pencil liner every now and then if I have like a full face of makeup.
She's got date night or something.
Yeah.
And so you put it on and you put 2 coats. So you want to go over it twice on each eye. And what I do is I do that. So I don't even I put mascara on, but I don't do it because I just wanted to make sure they blend together, like my real lashes plus the false ones, magnetic ones. So I will actually put on mascara, but I wait until after because I've kind of, I think, perfected the art of waiting because you have to wait 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes to let it dry. You don't want to put them on while they're wet.
Okay.
So while it's waiting for 2 minutes, then I put on a single coat of mascara on my top and bottom lashes. I do that. And then like I'll get dressed or I'll put on deodorant and brush my teeth or whatever. It's like I do that. And then by the time I get done, they're dry.
Okay.
And then it literally, like people think it's complicated, but it is literally.
Literally.
It just sticks. Like wherever you put the liner, that's where your eyelash is going.
Wow.
And it sticks. And I mean, I've worked out in these lashes. I have gone to the pool in these lashes.
Oh my God.
And they don't come off and they're amazing. And I think for each set, of course, okay, so I bought one and then I bought the liner. So I bought one set of lashes and a liner. It was like $50. Mm-hmm. And then I came back and I bought another set of lashes. So I want to say they're around $50, but you could buy a couple, keep them, and they would last you forever as long as you don't lose them or break them. And I mean, they're very durable. I love them. And so like this one's a little bit more fuller than the one I have on. I think this one may be date night. I'm not sure. It may just be the right box, but I just love them.
Yeah.
And I get so many compliments.
I almost resorted to those when I couldn't get my lashes done because of all the COVID stuff.
I figured out all kinds of things that I was high maintenance about that I had to kind of find a workaround. Because of COVID, like my nails, I have gel nails here. I didn't even think about that, but I have gel nail stuff here. I have the UV light and everything. Like my kids love it because they just come downstairs and get it and they can do their nails because it's expensive to get your nails done.
Yes, it is. That's why I don't get my nails done.
I went and got a
get
pedicure
every now and then.
Okay, so I went and got a pedicure the other day. And I don't like doing them at the same time because they do your nails at the same time and I can't relax at all. So it's like the whole time I'm like trying to figure out, okay, leg, okay, then arm, like I'm just miserable. Again, I can feel my anxiety just riding up. And so I went and got a pedicure, just a pedicure, not a manicure the other day, even though I now need a manicure. But $90 out the door.
For a pedicure?
Well, it was like $75, but I tip. So it was, I'm a big tipper. So it's like $75. But I chose the most expensive pedicure because why?
Why?
35-minute massage.
Yes, it's all about the massage.
Yes, I always want to make sure I get like a really good massage. And so that one, he did amazing. So, okay, so that's all my makeup stuff. But then I want to start talking about a couple of the my favorite other things that are like, bathroom routine. So my favorite perfume I get asked a lot is the Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. And
it smells amazing.
Oh, it smells so good. I have it on right now, but I love it. And so this one's my favorite it became my favorite for one reason. And then now it's just because I love it. But my mom passed away like 7 years ago. And so one of the things my mom always did, she always was like big on traditions. And so every year she would buy my brother and I a bottle of, she would buy a bottle of cologne for him and a bottle of perfume for me. And she knew we didn't spend money on those kinds of things. And so my mom would always get us like the best. And so some of the best perfume I've ever had came from my mother. And so the last Christmas we had with her, this was the perfume she bought.
Oh, I love that.
And so it's like I don't want to let that go.
Yeah.
So I always have a bottle of this. I always buy the big bottle. It's $90 or more for the big bottle. I don't care. I will buy it. It lasts me I have to buy this maybe twice a year. Right. And I use it every day.
Yeah.
So it's a big bottle. This one here is... what is this one? This one is the 100 milliliters or 3.4 fluid ounces. And it's the Coco Mademoiselle. So they have a couple of other ones, but this one is the Coco Mademoiselle and it's like a pink.
A pink color,
It's so pretty. And the bottle is like super hefty and I love it. So it's a little on the expensive side, but I have to buy it twice a year. Who cares?
I just love smelling it.
And then the next thing is I get a lot of questions about my hair, especially when it was shorter. And I'm actually contemplating cutting it again because I'm kind of over. I feel like it's just plain when it gets longer. Like I'm just like every other girl.
That's how I am right now, but I'm going to try to grow out.
So I'm thinking about cutting it. I actually sent my hair girl a picture and I was like, I'm getting the itch. And she's like, yeah, but you pull it off. So, it's a short haircut. So my favorite products come from my hairstylist. Everything she does, I'm like, oh, I love it. And so I buy everything and I love all the products. So Sebastian, I love the shampoo and conditioner. I have to buy them from Amazon or I get them from Ulta during the sales. They have like these big mega sales for shampoo and conditioner. I'll go buy like 10 bottles of shampoo and conditioner when they have those sales. Because it's like paying for 5. They basically give you like buy one, get one half off or whatever. And then so anyways, but I've been on the 7 hair care products, which we'll get to that in a second, but Sebastian Craft Clay. Okay, I haven't heard about it. Tell us. It's like a pomade. Okay. And what I like about this one is, I actually sold it for my husband to start with because he had it, but it's like very gritty and like thick. Okay. Whereas the other ones are like more of a sticky texture. And for me, I have so much hair that the sticky texture just makes a big mess. And so this pomade, what I like, it's a matte texturizer pomade is what it is. And, but it's a clay. And so I actually I'll put it under my hair to kind of give it some volume. And then I use it to also stray away my flyaways. And then I also use it at the ends to kind of tame the bottoms. Oh, cool. But my husband uses it for his hair too. Oh, and we use it in Silas's hair too. Now that he's cut his hair, a 3-in-1. Yeah, and it's called Craft Clay. So I actually have one that I'm using right now, and it lasts me a long time. Like this will last me like 6 months, one bottle, and that's if my husband stays out of it. So this is the backup that we have. And then, so 7 hair care products are starting to be my favorite. My stylist actually moved over to them, and at first I wasn't a fan because we switched from Sebastian, and she also used S Factor, and I love S Factor products. Yes. They smell so good. Like, I was like, oh, I just loved it. Like, it smelled like, I was on a tropical vacation. And then she switched over to these 7 hair products, and I was like, I don't know, like, they just don't smell the same. But now I love them. I've gotten used to them, I guess. And so now it's like they have a little more subtle smell to them, but they still smell really good. But my favorite product that they have is this Kenti Bond hair mask. Okay. So about once a week, and I only wash my hair twice a week, maybe 3 times on a good week. It just depends. But when I do, one of the times I wash it once a week, I will use this Bond, and it goes a long ways. A little bit goes a long ways, but it's basically like hair mask, like deep conditioner.
I feel like
it smells really good.
Ooh, yeah, that does.
It's like not a strong smell, but it smells really good, and oh my gosh, it makes my hair like just.
It's like so a clean smell.
Yes.
I really like
it. It took some getting used to it because you're used to like the overpowering of the perfume smells from the other ones I was using, but now I'm like, it just smells very clean. So one of the things I use every day, so because I don't shampoo my hair a lot, I use dry shampoo, and so I use the Cubica dry shampoo from 7. It's like kind of hard to see.
You like the influencers? Like, how did they do this?
But anyways, so I think I don't know, just pull it back. But anyway, so this is the dry shampoo spray. You get quite a bit. It's like 4.7 ounces. I love the branding. Like, I love the simplicity of the bottles and everything. But this one I use a lot, and there's still quite a bit in here, but I buy 2 and 3 bottles at a time. And like I said, we'll have a link for all of the products. And then one of the things I use every day along with the hairspray is the texture spray. So because I have a lot of thick hair and I have a lot of different layers, the texture spray really just kind of helps bring all that out. And it kind of, to me, it acts like almost like another hairspray.
Oh, yeah.
But I love this. And so this is the Cubica Swept Textured Spray. I love this. And then I also use the hairspray. It's like, it's really light. I just like their bottles, like their look. Yes. And then the black and white.
How you push a button. It's not like a typical spray.
Yeah. And I've never had one break.
Yeah.
I just throw them in my thing all the time.
That's cool.
I have 2 or 3 bottles of this right now, and I don't even wait till the one's finished. I just start using the other one, and then I have like 3 almost empty bottles. But and my husband uses it, I think, too. And he uses the texture spray. So we actually use the texture spray for his hair and for Silas's hair. So we have to buy a lot of it. So we have like 3 bottles of this. I think he has his own.
What's the price point on these?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
I have to do the links and the reason why I say that is because when I go to the salon, I just know I have to get the things that I need, which is my hair stuff, and I just put it up there, and it's all part of my purchase. I've never asked how much it is.
Check out, yeah.
I've never asked. And so I will have to actually give you the link for this because I literally don't know the pricing on it. So it could be inexpensive. It could be expensive. I don't know. Since it's a salon brand, I'm assuming it's probably going to be on the mid-expense range for your products. But and I also have the shampoo and conditioner, and I use the red bottles because it's for color treated hair.
Yes.
And I love the smell of it too. And then they have I also use these 2 sprays. So one is in the black bottle, and then one's in kind of like a gray bottle, and they smell so good. And I use that on my hair when it's wet, when I come out of the shower. And I don't typically take shower, like I don't wash my hair in the morning. I will always wash my hair at night and let it dry while I sleep because hair, just heat on your hair is so bad. Yes. I've had some bad experiences where I've like really overheated my hair and then it was like fried and I had to cut it off.
Me too.
And it took like a good year before my stylist could get it.
Yes.
So last but not least, 2 things actually. So my stylist,
what is that?
Okay, so this is a spray bottle. Got it on Amazon. It was like a couple of bucks. I have them for my kids too. But it's great for Silas because he's on the go all the time and he barely lets me touch his hair. But this right here, it is a continuous spray bottle. Okay. So when you spray it, so I'll just spray it over here. Like when you spray it.
Oh, it's like a Febreze bottle.
You spray once and it keeps spraying.
That's
it's
cool.
Awesome. It's like $5. They have them in different colors. I like the white. My stylist actually started using it and I was like, what is that? Where'd you get it? And she goes, Amazon. So we bought them and my kids like them too. So they all have them too.
That's really cool.
Yeah, super cool. And then, so the last thing I like is when I do have to blow dry my hair, and sometimes even when I get up in the morning because I have super thick hair and I like the fan on, then, my hair is still wet sometimes. But is the Lang blow dryer.
Okay.
So I do use the Lang hair care, the tools, but my favorite one for my hair is the Baby Bliss or Baby Bliss. curling iron, I use that, and the straightener's really good too. But I love this blow dryer. I love this blow dryer because it's inexpensive.
Okay.
So what is the one called that doesn't have the it's like, it looks like a round circle in the middle of it, or
it's Dyson.
Yes, the Dyson blow dryer. I've heard phenomenal things about the Dyson blow dryer, but it is pricey.
Yes, like $300-$400.
Yes, but I've heard that it will blow dry your hair super fast, and that people who get it will never go back. And I'm just like, I know I'm probably going to end up with it at some point because I pass my stuff to my kids and then I buy the more expensive stuff. Because that's the responsible mother thing to do.
Yeah, of course.
But in the meantime, while I'm saving up for that, I bought the Lang, and I think this one was like $20 or something. It blow dries my hair super fast.
Only $20?
Don't quote me on that.
Well,
I will post, but it's not very expensive.
Yeah,
and
that's not bad.
So here's what I don't like about it, because I do believe in being honest. What I don't like about it is it will tangle your hair up. So like, and I'm tender-headed, so when I go to brush my hair, I'm like, it like hurts. I'm like almost in tears sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it blow dries it so fast that it tangles your hair up sometimes.
Oh, okay.
So I would be aware of that, but just make sure you put really good heat protectant on your hair, because this thing, and it has several different settings, but for me it's like I need to get it done. And it has the cool shot, which I like, because after I get done working out, I'm sweating for like 2 hours.
Yes.
And I'll take turns blow drying my face with the cool. And sometimes I use it on my hair too, just because I'm super hot and overheated. But anyway, so these are my favorite things. Just in the bathroom. So as you can see, I'm a product junkie. I love all things. So if you have any out there that you use that you think are great, you have any questions about these, feel free to reach out to me, because like I said, I'm an open book and I'm going to be honest with you about them. But these are for sure my go-to things. It's a lot of products, but I use them every day. Yes. So I don't just wake up like this.
Really? You don't?
Basically saying don't jump on this, because then you're going to be high maintenance like me. I don't think I'm high maintenance. I just like certain things, and I just like to try different stuff. And when I like it, I like it.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah. It's fun to be a girl sometimes.
Yes,
because Lord knows it's not always fun being a woman.
No, it's not.
But anyways, you guys have a great day. This is part 1. We'll be doing a part 2. So part 2 is going to be about all my favorite exercise things, like workout clothes, shoes, sports bras, all the good stuff.
Yes.
Because I have a lot on those as well. And I've been through everything, and being a chesty woman, yes, I said chesty. Sorry, I was born with it. I'm trying to get it taken down with surgery later this year, but that's something else we'll talk about at a different time. But it's really hard to find a sports bra.
Yes.
And so I think I found 2 of the best ones out there. And so we'll be talking about those in
really cool.
part 2. Yeah.
And I might bring a couple of my favorite things too.
Because she does work out a lot, so I would love to see her stuff too.
Yes.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, do it for sure. So be sure to check out part 2. But hey, this part 1 went a little bit longer than our normal shows. So thank you so much for bearing with us. I hope you like some of my favorite products. Like I said, we're going to have links to all of them. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let us know. Thanks for joining us. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher. I think we're on all of it. Yeah, Buzzsprout, everything. And you guys keep slaying it.
Keep slaying it.
This episode of the Slayin' It with Shawna podcast has ended. Don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best content.
Keep slaying it.